Hello and welcome, my name is Ajaxpost and we're here back in Transport Fever, the Square England Let's Play series, and this might well be the last episode in this series, but more on that a little bit later perhaps. I'm going to ask that you watch a little bit more before I give you any further news on the conclusion of this particular Let's Play series. And we're here at Falmouth Docks, the industrial docks, or industrial port more accurately, to celebrate after many years finally the arrival of one of my cargo ships with actual cargo. Look at that, 21 I can't even read, 21 blocks of stone ready to be transported up to the construction materials plant up in the hills there, and it's taken an awful long time to achieve that. 441,000 K. Is it profitable? For this year it is, and that's quite a relief in fact, because since setting it up all those years ago, this line has been losing over $2 million every year for the last 2-3 years, which is quite a strain on my finance. Well, it's not really, because I've got some other lines which are vastly, hugely, enormously, extraordinarily profitable. So, yeah, I don't mind too much, but it is a bit of a sore point that I got that wrong. And the reason I got it wrong, of course, was because when I first set the route up from the stone quarry all the way at the other end of the river to the construction materials plant here, and obviously these boats, when they're when stuff happens, will take construction materials back, is on this particular leg of the process of the line, I put on vehicles, lorries, trucks, whatever you want to call them, which were not actually capable of carrying stone. So obviously there's no point in the ship bringing stone down here, because it was going nowhere. But having spotted that after I finished the last episode, it all does appear now to be working, which is jolly nice. And just another look at this lovely truck stop here. That is rather good, isn't it? That is rather attractive. And likewise down here, this lovely little model of a stop, a lorry stop, a warehouse and everything. Anyway, so what's going on at the other end of the river? Let's quickly poke a look. Let's poke this site in the eye. What are you carrying? 14. Yeah, I think the one before that, 47. There's going to be an issue here, obviously, with the speed and frequency of the trains taking the stone up to the Wick Church construction plant somewhere up there in those hills, and the boats here, which carry large quantities, but go very slowly, so the frequency is going to be different. Actually, I wonder, can I look at this and it will tell me, won't it? Click that. So, on the Northern Stone Express, 3 minutes is my frequency there, whereas the ships are 7 minutes. Oh, that's interesting. So it is twice as long, but 7 minutes is not an outrageous frequency, to be honest, and the quantity or the rate isn't that much less, to be honest, but yeah, we'll see how that goes. Okay, so what am I saying? This might well be the last episode in this series, because I think we've pretty much done everything I want to do on this map. Everything is working quite smoothly, so everything else we would do here would just be sort of tinkering with what we've already got. As you can see, we've got a ridiculous network of rail cutting across the countryside. Freight is being very profitable. Let's actually call that up, shall we? So these are my lines. I have been looking, like I do most of the time, at the age of vehicles. We'll look at that momentarily. Let's look at the balance. Ooh, the field cart. Oh, that's interesting. So that's yeah. This is a series of trains. Have I rejigged this one? I think I have rejigged it. Oh, Falmouth. Ah, Falmouth. I'm going to pause this for a second, because I need to look at Falmouth and say something about it, because it's annoying me now. This keeps flashing red. Yeah, I think I actually reduced the capacity on these trains slightly because they were getting a little bit expensive, but I mean that's, yeah, they do make profit, that's fine. And the Thatcham Quarry, I don't actually want to, I'm looking at vehicle age, I want to look at line age, don't I? That's it. Yeah, but yeah, this is better, yes. So the Thatcham Quarry, this took me by surprise when I looked at it a little bit earlier, just before starting the recording, is the only line which is substantially in the red, i.e. more than 1 million, is this new ship route. Everything else is less than 1 million in the red, which took me a bit by surprise. But I have been, over the last couple of episodes, rejigging some of these freight routes to use slightly less expensive freight options, freight vehicles, and bring down capacity where it's not needed. So those are coming down very nicely. If we look at the other end of this, oh goodness gracious me, I mean 29 million for the Northern Stone Express, that's quite impressive. I'm very happy with that. 20 million, what's the Northern Connection, which is a bit of a loopy kind of route with only 3 trains on. Are they all full? They are all full, so that suggests we could actually put even more capacity on here. Ooh, yes. What about the other ends of the line though? Steel. Northern 63, so yeah, it is again, it's the middle points of the routes which always have too many people waiting because they can't get on the train. Seal, the other end of the line. 143. I think we're probably reasonably happy with those 3 trains, so we'll leave that. Anyway, and one of the things I did attempt to address was this Falmouth food processing plant here. I put on there a 3rd train because it's simply not getting food out of that factory quickly enough. Though the issue might well be the food getting here isn't being shipped out quickly enough. So Bristol Cargo Bulk, what's going on there? Oh, just the 1 train. You are nicely profitable, but I think again we could improve that, can't we? One actual just note on here, that is one of them, is a considerable and heartfelt thank you to the modding community for Transport Fever. The modder who created the Class 66 locos was updating his models for the workshop, and for whatever reason didn't follow the Steam approved process and updated new models rather than and uploaded new models rather than updating the existing models on the workshop, and the end product of all that was that his original mods were actually deleted and removed from Steam. And the way Steam and Transport Fever work is that if the mod doesn't exist on the workshop anymore, the game has no record of it. It has no asset to use within the game, and that means your game is broken. So if that mod is actually in use at the time, then your game is totally screwed. Absolutely, there's no way of loading the save if the mod is not actually still available to you on the Steam Workshop. There are backup options. There's a Transport Fever mod manager tool which you can use to back up and safeguard against that, and of course I have got that tool. I have used it, but haven't used it in months, so I didn't have a backup of those particular mods. So basically this series was screwed as of a couple of weeks ago, but thankfully his collaborators and other members of the community came together and found a solution which meant that you could actually take the old trains, the old mod, out of your game and replace it with his new models, and therefore safeguard and therefore save your save, so this series could continue. So thank you very much to the guys who did that. There's a lot of bile and abuse directed at the modder who made the mistake, and I'm quite happy to believe it was made in good faith, that it was simply an accidental, it was an error, and it wasn't intended. but unfortunately, because of the effect it has on save games, some people were not happy. Angry people who really should know better. But the community, of course, comes together to safeguard all the other players of the game. I'm just looking at this bridge here. I don't remember building that. Maybe I did. It just looks a little bit odd, particularly from the distance. It looked as if these support pillars were actually just chunks of land. But anyway, so Bristol Cargo Bulk. I think we need a new train on that. The vehicle we've got at the moment carries quite a lot, and it is quite expensive. But now let's put another one on there. Now the thing is, how we can get, I think. Ooh, yeah, getting trains up here. Right, what line is that? Oh, you're going out that way. Of course, yes, you're going out that way. Actually, that is quite a short line. I think, do we really want a vehicle that long on there? I'm thinking no. Let's get rid of that. I don't particularly like these wagons, to be honest. Anyway, as I've said before, they just look wrong to me. But although they are quite cost effective if you're carrying lots and lots of freight over significant distances, but I don't think we are here. So we need to be able to carry pretty much everything. These carry oil and fuel. Good. They are right. Okay. Yeah. They seem to do They seem okay. They're going to carry everything we need, aren't they? Tools. Yeah. So we could use these. They only go 75. What's the maximum speed? Oh, that's fine. We'll take a couple of you, a couple more of you. So how much is that capacity? that's 30, 60, 120. That will do, I think, for that. But I want to put another train on there. I'm going to have to go down to... Yeah, I think I can do it through this depot here, which is lucky because it's about the only depot I've got, which goes in this side of the map. Okay, so the loco we've got is a GBRF 64. So that's one of these. There it is. Yeah, there's still some issue with the small icon for this mod, but I'm not going to worry about that. It looks real. When it's in play, it looks good, so we're happy with that. Actually, what I can do, I can cheat this slightly, can't I? Can I put this on? This is the Bristol Cargo Bulk line. Oh, I can. Excellent. And if I now say replace it, what that means is it will travel up to its first stop and then add all the cargo wagons when it gets there. It just saves me picking them from the depot. Is that? Of course, it's a very long depot, so it takes its time coming out. Are they coming out? There he goes. Right, it'll take him some time to get up there, to be honest, but that's the way of things. Hopefully he does get up there. Anywhere else wanting? It's just Bristol, isn't it? Really? Bristol Hub Freights. Yeah, we're okay with that. Field Cargo. Yeah, we're okay there. I thought for a second it stopped flashing, but it hasn't. What's going on? What's this train? Again, I think, yeah, you can carry pretty much everything. Do we need another one of those? No, we'll leave you for the time being. So you might be wondering, while we're here, why I've got all these vehicles up here. I've got to say, just because I've replaced them recently, and I thought it might be interesting to look at these vehicles. Most of them are mods. This is a lovely new bus. So is this route now making money? It might. Yeah, it might. Again, I think that on that route it was a capacity issue. The buses I had were too slow, too small. They've been there for 20 odd years, so that just needed an upgrade. This particular one, I think, yeah, that's coming from Simon's public transport mod. And this one. Oh, these lovely little vans. I get this route in Plymouth. Wasn't making money, but largely because I think there weren't that many people. Yeah, he's losing not a great deal of money. We're talking tens of thousands, which is trivial really when you've got 5.5 billion in the bank. But no, they were just they weren't making money, and there just wasn't the demand there for the buses. So I put in these little transit vans, kind of. Actually, they're Mercedes Sprinters, I think, aren't they? Again, I think that one's from the same public transport mod. If they're not, you can find all these in my collection on Steam anyway. So which one's this? Oh, another lovely little bus. Dinky, only 12. Again, wasn't really the demand for this route. It was making money. Oh, that's better, isn't it? It's already making more money. That's cool. Right, we're in the year 2020. And yet more Shinkansens. That is a lot of Shinkansens. Good grief. What are you supposed to do with all of those? I don't know. This road vehicle here. Oh, that's a shop up. That's the same route. What are you doing, man? This Bristol route. Which bus is this? This is another articulated bus. There it goes. Again, the same Simon's public transport mod, I think, for that one. Lovely. Can we just check the... Why do I keep clicking on the building when I actually want the bus? Let's go. Oh, it's because I'm stuck behind... Oh, dear. It's because the cursor was behind the building, which wasn't being shown because it was faded out. This route... Yeah, that's looking okay. Yep, I think we're making good money on that. That's fine. This one here. Oh, one of the new Route Master buses. Looking very nice. This route wasn't particularly profitable, but there was a lot of demand on it, if I remember correctly. Bring it back up so we can see it. So I put bigger and faster buses on there, and they've now, of course, taken up all the demand. So that's fine. That's good. Finally, when it comes to buses, it's just another variant of the same route. In fact, it might be the same model. Yeah, I think it might be here in Field. And finally, of these, a tram. And this rather good-looking tram is actually, of course, a base game model. It's the Cobra. I was going to use a modded one, but they were just too big and expensive, I thought, for this. Even though this route does have a fair amount of demand. So how many have we got? 55 waiting. But this is pretty much... This is about 10, 15 more people than what the previous tram would carry. Again, suffering because of the congestion in the city, in these slow roads. The station itself here is a mod. Ooh, fading in and out. Lovely. Okay, right, so what we're doing, let's again just pause that for a second so I don't hear too much crashing and banging in my ears. Let's look at the age of these lines. Felixstowe Fuel, what's going on there? Oh, two lovely old trains. Finances, you're not doing quite so well these days, but I have been mixing up the the freight routes, to be honest. So there's actually no competition. Yeah, so we've got Felixstowe freight bulk coming in and going out. So you should be carrying... Well, you're carrying all sorts of stuff. From where? From there? Ah. Yeah, because I'm using an open network, I'm not putting specific wagons on the trains. They do tend to carry anything that can reach there, which allows the game to sort of manage demand and supply better, in a sense, in that it says, oh, I can supply that city with this stuff, even though it does take a very circuitous and unlikely route to get there. Yeah, that's fine, I think. That's a big and expensive train. That is too big and expensive. I might well replace that train, I think. Because that is just too expensive for what we need. From there, 4 million a year. Yeah, that's ridiculous, really. These trains, though, are old. And they're not carrying much either. I'm not sure there is much to be carried. Felixstowe... Oh, there is! Are they actually capable of carrying those construction materials? Oh, there you are. Ah, okay. So what wagons... Yeah, I just think the wagons aren't big. There's not enough wagons on there, so... Let's have a look at that. So we can use an electric on there. Which model is that? Is it going to tell us? Be 218. I'm not going to worry too much about that. What new ones have we got? Power is 2. Ooh, those are very powerful trains. I think they're more power, much more power than we need. You're getting about 3.5. We don't really need that much power. 3.7. You know, these are all basically variants of the same thing, aren't they? Have we got anything a little less powerful? Ah, the British Rail train is. the 86. Yeah, we're looking at quite old trains here, aren't we? Ah, right. This is more like it. 3,000. But again, we are going to be adding more to this, more capacity to this. So perhaps we do want a train of reasonable power. Yeah, let's stick with the 3,000 something. If I can find them again. It says freight traffic, so let's do that. I have no idea where this... Deutsche Bahn. Ah, German. Splendid. Don't know what Meg or... Raylot... Yeah, yes, we'll take you. Okay, so what freight wagons do we want on here? Again, we could use these... Are they? They're at the top somewhere, I think, aren't they? Or maybe not. Ah, there they are. These take everything. They go 90. That's a bit faster than we need. No, I don't want to use those anymore. Right. Actually, what speed? We'll check what speed that train can do. It doesn't really matter. Again, we could use these. We're using these ones a lot. So, but you... Ooh, you don't take construction materials. Have I made another boo-boo on my other line? Oh, I really wish I wouldn't do that. These can. They only carry 13 though. As opposed to... That is really annoying, it's not taking construction materials. I might have to revisit that line I just fixed. Darn! We could, of course, give it a mixed consist, couldn't we? Yeah, let's do that. We'll take a couple of you, and we want something that will carry construction materials. That's a railon. That carries more. It needs to be this. Yeah, it needs to be this one. It carries 17, but it's not a lot, is it? Have we got something which takes more than 17? 14 to 16? No. You take 13, 14. No. Right, so it's going to be you then, isn't it? So let's stick 2, 3, 4. If we stick 6 of you on, 7. I wonder how this train's going to cope, how this locomotive is going to cope with that amount of freight on the back. So where are you, Mr. Train? Oh, you're coming up into Felixstowe. Well, the other thing is this isn't a terribly long station. So will it handle that extra long train? It might not. Well, it will handle it. It's only the aesthetics of it that look wrong, don't they? There we go. That's you. Let's get rid of all your stuff. I love the way those things... Ah! It is a little bit too long. But can it... Oh, excellent power rating. That's fine. We'll leave that one as is then, I think. Excellent. There was one other vehicle on that line, wasn't there? 45. That's better. Right, so you should now start making proper money. Excellent. You. Did I want to look at you for any particular reason? Oh yeah, I didn't like these double wagons on there, did I? So we're going to replace you. Not strictly necessary, but I'm afraid that's the way I'm doing things at the moment. Are you an electric? Oh, you are an electric as well. Yeah, you definitely are. And again, you're a fairly... Ooh, 3, 4. Yeah, let's take you. And the freight. Again, we want to carry everything. I'm going to, yeah, I'll check that. I'm just annoyed that I don't spot things like that. We'll use these ones. They carry everything. How long is the train at the moment? Does it tell me 130? There you go, 109. We've made it a bit longer. Let's see how that copes. Where are you going? All the way up there? Okay. Felix obviously likes construction materials. Both these hub stations are shipping lots to that particular city. Impressive. Okay, yeah, you can manage that. That's no problem for you. Okay, now the other line I wanted to look at here was the Northern Fuel Bulk. This has been earning good money for decades now. It's been a really successful line. Delivering fuel, in fact, to two cities, to Whitchurch here, well, and down to the hub, which is not a practice that a lot of players agree with doing. What will happen is as this first stop grows, in this case Whitchurch, it will take all the content off this train. It will take all that fuel. So the train will then go on to Grantham empty for no good reason. There'll be no money to be made at that point of the the journey, from that leg of the journey, more accurately. And let's just I haven't watched this for a while. We'll just see how this what happens with this particular train. If it does actually carry any more over. Into for the next leg of the route. Lovely sound effects as always. Fuel, well, we're getting quite a good supply of fuel, but we're still not supplying the whole of the demand, so this whole delivery could be taken by Whitchurch. And is it? No, it's not. Interesting. Is it? Okay, so what's going on here? Oh, have I made those trains too long? Oh. Oh. Bother. Okay, so what's on earth is going on here? Why? Were you too long? Are you too long to turn around in this Felixstowe station? That's a pain. Okay, we'll turn you around. Yeah, we are going to need to make those trains shorter. Oh, that's disappointing. So how long is that train? 226. And the platform is 160. No, I'm not going to make it any longer. We're going to leave it as it is. So we'll get rid of some of those. And one of those. No, let's put one of those construction material wagons back on. Okay, that should be okay. So this train here, can I turn you around as well? No path electric. Of course there is. The whole thing's electric, you daft thing. Alright, let's put a switch in here as well. Just so he crosses over back onto the back, because we're using UK driving on the left rules. We need to make sure you're on the right side of the track. Oh, you switched automatically. That was clever of you. Okay, good. It's not actually this train is very long as well. 197. Not too bad. I'm just wondering if we might be worth putting a switch in here. Can I make a diamond out of that? Blimey, I wasn't expecting that to work. I can. Okay. Yeah, the signals are entirely inappropriate there, I think. Yeah, where do we need more signal? What was that beeping? Was that the lorry? Well, I never expected to hear that. Very efficient, very good sound effect. Fabulous. Yeah, let's put you there. Okay, that's fine. Yeah. You'll need a stop signal there. Yeah, that will do me. I think that's fine. That's fine. Okay, now we were looking, rather so rudely interrupted, at the northern fuel line, which also comes out of Felixstowe here. Just pause that for a second again. You guys are going to be okay crossing over? I hope so. Yeah, that looks better, doesn't it? That should be fine. If not profitable. Dear. We'll find out shortly if that is any better. Northern fuel boat. Oh, there's nothing waiting. Oh, because are you off? No, you're off. That's you, isn't it? You're a wait till full. Ah, okay. Yeah. That looks fine. We could. I think, yeah, we could simply just replace this loco, and that will save us a little bit of money. Just replace them with the same. Okay, that's good. So that saved us a little bit on the running costs. Okay, finally, I think, is there another line? Churchill, these two. What are these up to? Oh, you're the little local delivery train. Ah, yes. You don't have much business to do these days. I think you're kind of redundant because we've got freight coming in from the big Bristol hub as well. But that's mostly food, I think. So how are you doing? You're still moderately profitable. Do you think he's worth keeping on? He doesn't lose much money. Yeah, let's simply replace you. That's fine, and again I'll just reduce the costs on that line. And the Churchill iron ore. What on earth were you doing? Oh, you're part of our steel. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I mean, again, I'm not sure we could. I'm going to leave that as is. I'm going. Oh, we could replace. Oh, we can't replace you with what you are because you're obsolete equipment. Okay. So you're a diesel line, aren't you? Yes. And you're 294. Ooh, these ones aren't as powerful. Really? Wow, so the days you're a bit better. What are we? 142. You're 25. You're the. That was a. That was a 142. Right. Okay. So the 47 is the next best thing we've got, I think, by the look of it. Yeah. Let's do that. Actually, could we? We could start sticking 2 trains on there. It's not going to have quite enough oomph to carry those 14 wagons. Then again, it is mostly downhill from here, isn't it? It's going to be running empty, going back up. So, whatever, we'll stick you on there. Okay. And what wagon are you? Falls? Oh, blimey. What were you? That is interesting. Oh, it's odd. You look a bit like a steak car there. My mistake. These are all coal wagons. How annoying is that? Okay. You only go at 62 though. I mean, this train isn't going to go very fast anyway. Right, so you're obviously the replacement. That's if we take how much are we carrying here? 210. So 10 of these. How long are you? 252. That will do. 7 of those. Done. We've got that mediocre rating. Oh, look at that. Shiny new wagons. So we're taking them all back down. Yeah, our performance isn't quite as good as it was previously, but we're not going to worry too much about that. Okay, so where are we? Let's have a final look at this. So basically, we are making loads of money every year. Profit around the 240 million mark most years. Have we got a chart on that? Oh, that's just the size of the map, isn't it, really? Be nice if we had a chart for the finances, wouldn't it, as well? And in terms of our lines, oh, the Thatcham Quarry. Oh my goodness, look at that! It could be in profit this year. That's right. Okay. Quick look. Have we got any ships approaching containing stuff? 14. I'm not sure you're going to actually take us into profit there, but look, we've got construction materials waiting. This is very nice to see. A ridiculously long route that is working. It's not going to be profitable yet, is it? Nope. But look at that. I mean, 300k loss. I can cope with that. And the truck's coming in here. You're in profit by a very modest amount, but that is good to see. Is anything... I don't think we're going to be getting any construction materials back yet. I don't think we've had quite long enough for the ships. Ooh, there's some there. No, not there, not that dock. This dock all the way up here. And the question then is, have you made any money? Nope, not yet. Okay, so we haven't yet had delivery at the other end of the route of construction materials. But this ship here is carrying some. Still got a ways to go, but looks like they're getting there. Anyway, we were wrapping up. So, Northern Freight Bulk. How we do? Oh, it's those expensive. Yes, those expensive wagons again. Yeah, again, I think I compromised that route. If we just take a look at where that is. It's going from the Grantham hub up to the Whitchurch hub, which is what's feeding all the extra stuff into Felixstowe. Yeah, there's not enough going up there. I think the routes are too complex or too expensive. So what I might do is replace those trains with slightly more cost-effective ones. Good to see the amount of stuff being held here at the main hub. It's clearly showing. Steel's going up there. Again, it's ridiculous trying to work out where freight goes from raw materials to the final product, because I do have such a ridiculously open network. Okay, take you out. So I'll leave you to look at in a moment, off camera, I think. Everything else is losing money. It's losing money by a few 100k, which is fabulously trivial. The other end of the map, the Northern Stone Express, including one of our favourite old trains, the Phosphorus Express. There he goes. So called by Mr. Phosphorak. Thank you, a long time subscriber. Thank you very much for staying with the channel and commenting as you do. And yeah, that train, we have put him on a very nicely 15 million pretty much. Thank you. Beep beep to you too, sir. Very nicely profitable. Bristol, yeah, look at this. Our passengers, the Northern Connection, 20 million. I think we're doing very nicely basically in everything there. In terms of other types of vehicle, yeah, even our two airlines are profitable, which is good to see. It does take some sort of manoeuvring of routes to make airlines profitable. You need to make sure they're not competing with other fast and efficient networks, rail in particular obviously, but if you can keep the two ends of the air route separate from each other, not connected by other routes, then you can make money from them. But again, I'm playing on a medium map here, so that sort of limits the opportunity for aircraft routes. Larger maps, it's slightly more possible, more likely. And the river routes again, they're not making vast amounts of money, but they're all nicely profitable, which is very good to see. So there we are. This is going to be the end of this series, unless there's something else you want to see. So if you've got a particular idea for a final route, or if there's anything you want to have a look at in more detail, then do let me know either in the comments box below, or get in touch on social media. I'm on both Twitter and Instagram, as well as YouTube, obviously. So if you use either of those platforms, then the links are in the description below. Then by all means follow and join in conversations in Twitter or Instagram. It'd be great to see you there as well. I'll worry about those later. Other than that, that's it. Thank you very much for joining me on this series. As I said, if there's anything you want to would like me to see me do to wrap it up properly, then just let me know and I'll have a crack at that in the next week or so. Other than that, thank you very much once again for joining me today and for this entire series. It has been quite a blast when I've not been making stupid mistakes, and it's been great to have you along. So if you've enjoyed this one, a little bit of a thumbs up, a like would be very much appreciated. Even better though, of course, just drop it out into the comments below about any thoughts, suggestions, criticisms or ideas for a proper final episode would be great. And of course, if you've not already subscribed to the channel, please do so, and then you'll know when I upload another series or any of my other videos in all the other series I do, which may or may not include another Transport Fever, especially considering the new Transport Fever 2 game is due out in the next few months. Q4 2019 they promised us. So that should be properly exciting, and that will definitely be appearing on this channel. So from me, Ajaxpost, here in Transport Fever, until the next time, bye bye for now.